Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Yesterday we sat down and filmed this whole video for you and we got to talking so much we decided to split it into two. So this is part two. Thank you guys for watching today. So we have been eating different at our house. What do you think? How's that going?
Actually, it's not that much different. It's, in my view. It's different, but it's not that different.
Okay.
The only difference is that we're just checking the tags and not buying certain things.
Okay, so we're eating one ingredient foods at our house. It does not mean like we're only having peaches for dinner. It means we buy foods that are one ingredient foods. So if it's one ingredient, we'll buy it and then we cook with that.
I did see there's a lot of confusion about it. Well, not a lot. A lot of people know it. But for some people, they think, oh my goodness, what are you doing to those children?
You're eating green beans for dinner?
They're gonna die. One ingredient food, yeah. Like food without salt, just green beans with no seasoning and it's just boiled with water.
Yeah.
That's not what that means, right?
No.
Okay.
So basically it's cutting out processed foods and for the most part, and also it is cutting out preservatives. A lot of preservatives. It's just a way to eat healthy and it was just, we just wanted to try a challenge for ourselves. I would say it's a lot different because I guess I've been doing most of the meal prepping. It's a lot more work. There's just...
And it must be a lot of the lunch stuff and stuff that you do when I'm not home.
Yeah, lunches. But when I prepared well ahead at the beginning of the week, it's much smoother. But if I haven't, then it just takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been very eye-opening. Have you been like... amazed at how many things we eat that have a lot of stuff in them because we thought we ate pretty healthy.
Yeah. Well, when we went to the grocery store, you and I did, and picking up things that you wouldn't even think twice about, and then you read about it, and you're like, oh my goodness, what have they been feeding us?
Yeah, we've been down this like real health journey before where we tried to eat all whole foods years ago, way before we were on YouTube, and we were going out of our way to buy some farm fresh things and it was hard and it was expensive and I really thought that doing this way would be very expensive and be very hard, but the whole family's on board. You know, we got a lot of help. Maybe we can try it out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
The results have been a little surprising.
Good or bad way?
Well, it's so far it's saved a lot of money, which surprised me.
Yes, I was shocked too that it was cheaper.
Yeah. It's cheaper. I thought it would cost more money. I don't know why, but it's cheaper so far. And then also, it is a lot of work though. I was right.
That's a part.
But
convenience.
This week, I bought something that's coming to our house. I'm not going to tell you what yet. You'll see soon. But it's making us think like, who are we? Who have we become? We have become those people. I'm ready to buy a prairie dress and move to a homestead, man.
That's right.
We're going down that hill real fast. I was telling Solo the other day that I feel like there's one thing that the Lord showed me through this. I know I'm going to get a little spiritual on you. If you're not spiritual, just hang with me for a second because I think you'll find value in it too. But I started thinking about all these history books we read. We read a lot of historical fiction. And so we're reading about people's lives in that historical event. And so just like we're in their homes and seeing how they live life. And throughout history, throughout the Bible times, it has taken people a long time to live. Just like activities of daily living take a long time. And in our culture right now, like modern culture, I would say in the last 100 years, more specifically, we have gotten so many machines to make life extremely efficient and not take time to live, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so anyway, I was telling him that I feel like the Lord was showing me that He created us to for it to take time to live, and so it's not bad. And in a way, I was devaluing that time that it takes to live, like, how can I make this the most efficient possible so it doesn't take me any time to do this and I can do the things that are more valuable to myself, to the Lord, whatever. And I just have been thinking a lot about how it's valuable to Him that time it takes even for us to live. Otherwise, He wouldn't have created us to need all that time to live. Now we have made a lot of shortcuts for ourselves. I'm not saying those are bad in any way, but it's also not bad to just take time to live, to make the bread, to do the longer route sometimes, and to spend time just cooking a long dinner with your kids and those kind of things. So
yeah, that's what stood out to me, is that it wasn't so much how much money, at least this so far, it's been cheaper. Our groceries bill has been cheaper than what it was, but it's a time. It's a time, and it's pretty remarkable to think about. Well, I guess the compromise is the time. We don't have as much time as we used to, or do we just not?
Do we have less than 24 hours now? It feels like it.
Yeah, I know. They used to get 26.
Yeah, right.
You know, so we just have less time. We can drive faster. We can make more groundwork. I was thinking of like when we drive to Florida, you know, it used to take them 3 months to get down there, but we could just do it overnight.
Yeah.
In one long trip.
Probably take longer than that, yeah.
Yeah, we could do it that quickly. So I don't know how we don't have it any more time than the rest of it, the rest of humanity before us. But anyway, but you would think with all these additions and technology, it's supposed to enhance our life, so it is better. But I don't know, you know, I don't know if it is.
We have definitely compromised
our health.
Yeah. I think it's pretty clear that we're not the healthiest we've ever been, and we have better medical care, I would say that, but
right.
Not necessarily the healthiest bodies, because now we sit and we do desk jobs, and we have all these machines and fast ways to eat and all these things, so we're not having to work a lot, you know. All
I've been thinking is like you can harness though technology and advancement without compromising the health. I think that's probably the best medium, because there are things you could get now that generations before would have only dreamed of, to just take a very simple process of something, but still, and I think that, you know, so, and that's kind of where I'm compelled to look at. I was thinking, hey, how do we merge the two, you know?
Yeah, right.
The simplicity of life with the advancement in technology and blending them together.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that stood out to me too is how that's the way, you know, the simple life and all that that's the way my grandparents and my great-grandparents lived, you know, but they lived longer. We were just talking the other day, and I realized some of the things that we're thinking, actually Sarah has never experienced in life.
Yeah.
I think, oh no, I've seen that happen in real life, you know, like my grandmother, my grandparents, great-grandparents, or whatever, they ate from their own land, you know, they ate their own milk, they made their own butter, they ground their grain, you know, to make flour or whatever, you know, that's the stuff they did. And they had kind of technology.
Did they have a machine to grind that grain?
No, I have a feeling before that they probably pounded it. But, you know, my grandma would take this stuff to the market.
Oh, and someone would grind it.
It would be ground and they take it back home and stuff like that. But what's interesting, and this is a phenomenon I've always tried to kind of figure out, is that many of that generation in Kenya, they're outliving their kids.
Yeah.
Like my parents' generation, my dad's generation, they're the ones who went to the city, went to college, went to school, and all that, and started eating all this processed stuff. And many of them in that generation, many of those guys are dying in their 60s and 70s, while their parents who are in their 90s, 100, they're still alive. You know, so that's kind of very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, shoot. Something keeps... Oh, it's your hair. That's annoying. This is what was on my neck, just keeps...
I know you love me.
Man, that's not mine.
Yeah, anyway, we're learning a lot in this process. It's been very interesting, and it'll be interesting to see if it has a positive effect on our health. We haven't had health problems to do it, but we also want to be healthy and strong and energetic and all that.
I've gained a lot of weight since I moved to America.
Is it because of processed foods?
I think so. Remember how we would go to Kenya? I'd go to Kenya and eat a lot of like carbs and stuff and all the different things, and I'll still lose weight.
Yeah, well, the food might be a lot less processed there.
I think definitely when I was growing up, it was a lot less processed. I don't know now. I think it's shifting a lot.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're buying at the store.
Yeah. But anyway, we're on a train. It's moving fast, and we're like looking at every label and thinking, how can we do this better? How can we do this more simple. And it's taking more work, but it's been a family project we're working on together, so it's okay.
So I already know what some of you guys are thinking. What about the kids? What do they think about this? Do you want to tell them how the kids are responding?
Oh, some of the kids are like, I'm never eating more than anything other than what ingredient foods. And they're checking every label like, Mom, don't put those canned tomatoes in there. That has more ingredients. They're like the ingredient police around here. They're looking at labels like, what have we been eating? Way worse than us even. Because we kind of knew what we were eating a little before, you know.
It's like, yeah, other people do it.
Yeah, it's been interesting, and they don't mind helping too. They found certain things that they like to make, and they really like homemade bread, so they're happy that we're back to that again.
That's all we did for a long time.
Yeah, yep. So it's been interesting. That thing about valuing the time it takes to prepare meals and just live. You know, I'm so thankful for my washer and dryer. I actually like laundry, but I'm so thankful for my washer and dryer. Wouldn't want to give that up, but also I want to challenge myself to not dismiss the time it takes to just live life as being valuable in my own eyes, and thinking of it as being valuable to the Lord too, because sometimes I tend to think like homeschooling and working and all these things that I have to do is way more valuable for my time, and that I need to figure out how to get rid of these other things, but that's not that.
So you're telling moms and dads out there that...
No, I'm saying that's just what I am learning for myself, but I tend to be like, you know, like, oh, how can I find the most efficient way so I don't have to spend much time on it? And that hasn't, I think it is the mindset of our culture. Would you say that? And I feel like I just bought right into that, but I'm challenging myself.
To value the other time as well.
Yeah, value the time it takes to live life.
Because efficiency is great. Because a good case can be made for efficiency.
A good case can be made, but also... why would the Lord create us that it takes time to live? For so many thousands of years, it's taken people a lot of time of their day just for living and the activities of daily living. And so there's nothing wrong with those, and I need to value the time that takes.
So every
it's time
moment.
With my kids, it's time to slow down, it's time to think and be quiet.
And the fun thing is that too, is that in the process, the kids are involved.
Yeah, right.
So it's not like, you know, how we like to compactualize time.
Exactly.
It's like, well, actually cooking with your kids, spending time with your kids.
Yep.
And the best things of life are caught, not taught necessarily. Yes. It's in the process, it's in the conversations that go on as you're figuring out that recipe. You know, so it's and we've always done those things of cooking with our kids, but I'm just being vulnerable with you and telling you that I haven't necessarily valued that time as much. To me, it's like, something we have to do, let's get it done so we can move on to something else. That's me being vulnerable with you, telling you that. So hold your judgment back a little bit, but I'm just kidding. You know, there's that one person that just can't help themselves. They want to tell you off. It's okay. We always have done that stuff, but I just being truthful, I do think I get caught up in that culture of let's produce more, produce more, produce more. And whew, yeah, you just want to enjoy. Just relax and enjoy the process, right? That's what I'm working on. Yep. Thank you guys for watching this video today. We're excited for you to follow along with this food journey and see where it takes us. And you'll be seeing soon the crazy thing we bought that's making us consider a homestead. Wouldn't that be us?